friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Annalise, and in today's video I'm going to be testing out some clickbait Instagram DIYs slash clothing hacks. So ages ago on my channel I did a similar video with a Facebook life hack slash clothing DIYs, and you guys seemed to really like it and I enjoyed making it. So I thought today we would delve into the world of Instagram clickbait videos. So a lot of the time these Instagram videos go for like clickbait thumbnails and really like wow factor videos, just so they can get people's attention and get views on the vid, forgetting that the life hack or DIY itself isn't actually that useful. So I thought it'd be fun if today we tested out 4 different clothing hacks slash DIYs to see if they really work. And just a little disclaimer, I am in no way bashing on these companies that put up these DIYs. Y'all know I've done my own DIYs that don't always turn out well. So we all make mistakes without DIYs, and this is just meant as a fun video and I definitely don't mean any harm. So without further ado, let's get on into it. Alright, the first DIY that we're doing today is actually what inspired this entire video. It came up in my feed on Instagram and I was like, oh, I want to see if this actually works. So let's watch it together. So it's for if your pants are too long. The quick fix and what you need to do is just cut them. Just cut the leg entirely off, cut another slit, and then it's a chef's apron. No, it's not a chef's apron. It's a dress. That's it. That's the entire DIY. Okay, her dress looks different from when they first cut it out and she put it on to when she's walking out on like the date. So what is the truth? So we're gonna be trying that DIY right now. So I have a pair of pants here. They're not too long on me like the DIY suggests, but they are like the exact same material that they used in the video, and I think these will work great, and they're old pants that I haven't worn in forever, so I'm happy to cut these up, you know? So let's test out this hack. I'm just about to cut up the pants, but before I do, I want to show you guys what they look like on. These are what the pants look like that I'm just about to cut up into the dress. Just want to show you guys that they are normal looking pants. Alright, according to the video, I just need to take my scissors and cut all up here. So, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's do it. Oh my gosh, these scissors are so blunt. I have like fabric scissors, but I wasn't able to find them. Okay, I just finished cutting it. As you can see, mine doesn't look anywhere near as clean as theirs. Half of that is to do with how blunt my scissors are, but the other half of that is that this is just the reality of it. No one's gonna get as clean and crisp as they did. So anyway, let's move on to the next step. All right, the next step is I'm just going to cut right along here. So that's as far as I'm going to be able to make the cut in, because this material, although they don't show it in the video, I know it's going to rip. So if I go any closer, it's just going to rip straight off. But that's it. So let's try it on. Now look, this is possibly one of the worst DIYs I've ever tried. It's really, really bad. It definitely has an A+ for creativity, don't get me wrong. But since I'm trying to turn a pair of pants into a dress, it just doesn't work, to be honest. Up the top here, it is so loose and it just looks a little bit strange. And this whole area is so tight. Because my pants were hemmed at the bottom and I didn't realize, I couldn't get the dress on. I was there for so long trying to get it on. Then when I finally did, it was completely see-through. So I've thrown on some cycling shorts underneath, just so you guys can see, but it is very, very see-through and uncomfortable. So this didn't work at all and I really, really dislike it. But I don't know if that's the DIY's fault or my fault. I think I might have chose the wrong pair of pants to do this DIY on. So I'm gonna try this one more time with these pair of pants that you might recognize from my Boohoo and Paris Hilton haul, because these seem to be a lot similar to the style of pants used in the video. They're a lot like flowier and don't have a hem at the bottom like these ones did. So let's do a take 2 and then I'll give you guys my final thoughts. As predicted, this is a lot better. So clearly the type of pants that you use are really important. So if you want to try out this DIY, definitely use like flowier pants such as this one, because that first DIY was honestly such a mess. But this one is a lot better. But overall, I think the creativity is great, and I ended up with a pretty cute looking dress that literally no one else will have because I DIY'd it. So I'm actually pretty happy with this one. Alright, the next clothing hack is all to do with heels, my absolute favorite things in the world. So this hack I actually think will be so helpful if it works, and it's for any high heels or shoes in general that are slippery and have no grip on the bottom. So let's just watch it together. Alright, so we have the slippery shoes, which this can actually happen. I've fallen over because my shoes have no grip on them. So as you see at the bottom, they have no grip. So we're going to take a grater. Yes, folks, a grater. And just grate the bottom of your shoes. It looks like they're doing it pretty lightly. And then that's it. That's it, you just grate your shoes. So I have some high heels here that are my go-to black, like just little black shoes. And since they are quite old now, all of the grip on the bottom has really worn out. So I thought these would be the perfect shoes to grate because they're old. So if I completely ruin them, it's okay. And if not, then they have a few more years left in them. So I think I'm gonna use this grater just that way it's a lot easier. And I'm just gonna grate the bottom of my high heels. Let's hope this works. Okay, okay, ready? This feels so wrong in so many ways. How long do I do this for? They're not very specific in their instructions, are they? All right, I've just grated the bottom of my shoe. So now there are all scratches on the bottom, which I am presuming is what's gonna make like the grip better with friction on the ground. So I'm just gonna grate the other shoe, then we'll try them on and see how they are. So I've just put the heels on after grating them, and this hack is life-changing. I didn't realize how slippery these shoes were until I have now grated them and created more like friction with the floor. And these shoes are now so much easier to walk in and aren't slipping everywhere. So this hack definitely works. Let me show you. So I can like not really like pull back on these shoes. Before I was able to like just slide all over the place, but now I've like gotta really pull at them. So this has most definitely worked. These are gripping so well now, and I'm actually very, very impressed with this hack. This next DIY I am so excited to try because I'm pretty sure it's gonna work. So I'm not gonna say anything more. Let's just watch it together. Alright, so this hack is for if you have a shirt that is too short. So their solution is to turn it into a bodysuit, which I think is such a good idea. So they're using bikini bottoms, and you just sew, or is that underwear? Oh, I thought they were using bikini bottoms, not underwear. So I have bikini bottoms here. We're just gonna be using that. And they just sew it up onto the shirt, and then you have a bodysuit instead of a top. I thought this idea was so creative. I have a top right here that I want to turn into a bodysuit, and it's this black lace one that I thought was a bodysuit until it arrived, and no, it's just a normal top. And it's just that little bit too short, so when I tuck it in, it doesn't quite tuck in properly. So I am going to, with these bikini bottoms, sew them together and see if this works. I'm pretty sure it will. I don't really see any issues happening here. You just get one thing, sew it to another. But let's do it. So I have just laid out the items that I will be using for the DIY. As you can see, I have the bodysuit laid out along with the bottoms, and taking a needle and thread, I'm just gonna sew all along here. Would be so much easier with a sewing machine, but they just use a needle and thread, so that's what I'm gonna do. So far, I hate this technique. In the video, they don't pin the like bottoms and the top together with like some sewing pins. So it's a little bit difficult trying to sew it all together. And with their technique as well of shoving the bodysuit into the bikini bottoms and then sewing it, it is really difficult not to accidentally sew it all together. They just don't show any of that. So I personally would usually pin it all and then sew it together. That way it's just a lot easier. But for the sake of the video, I'm going to continue to do it their way. It just is taking me a lot longer than my way would. Ta-da! it is all attached, as you can see. I think because it's black on black, it really works well because it's like not so obvious that it is different. But let's try it on and see how it looks and if it functions as like a good bodysuit. All right, it worked. This is now a fully functioning bodysuit that I am able to wear underneath a skirt, as you can see. I'm happy with how this DIY turned out because this top that literally just sat in my closet since I got it is now a bodysuit that I'll be able to wear, and I think it's really cute for like Halloween, the spooky season, so I'm really happy about that. However, I do think that the technique they used wasn't really the best. As I pulled on the bodysuit, a lot of stitches popped because in the way that I sewed it, which is what they said to do in the video, it doesn't really account for, like, you know, the shirt and the bottom stretching as you put it on. So a lot of stitches popped, but you know, it's still on, it's still functioning, and I think it's a really creative idea that I would recommend. However, I would use the suggestions that I also provided along the way. The lucky last one that we are trying today is another heel hack. And if this works, people wearing high heels all over the world will be shaking. They'll be shook because this, if it works, is such a good DIY, but I don't think it's going to work. So let's just watch it together. So it's for if you are out somewhere wearing heels and you have to walk in grass, your heels sink. So their solution is to get some parchment paper and hot glue your shoe beforehand, obviously before you're at the party, and make a like high heel cap so that your feet won't sink into the ground and you can like just walk around like you're not wearing heels, which I thought was such a smart idea. However, I'm a little unsure if it'll actually work because is hot glue really that strong to take not only the pressure of your entire body weight, but also the pressure of like a pointed stiletto to not break? But I don't know, I guess we'll test it out. So I have some heels right here. These are stiletto ones. I actually chose these because these heels were really cheap, and if for some reason the hot glue messes it all up, I will be a-okay. So taking the hot glue, we're gonna test this one out and see if it works. All right, so I have the high heel right here, and I have some baking paper on the floor. And now off camera, I'm just gonna put the baking paper all around the stiletto because although in the video they make it look really simple and easy, trying to use sticky tape to try and get it to stick on is actually really difficult, and I need both my hands. So one moment and I'll be back. All right, as you can see, I have added the parchment paper. Why do I keep saying parchment paper? Baking paper on the bottom, and now it is time with my hot glue gun to get gluing. Okay, well, first of all, the glue is not dropping like it did in the video. As you can see, it's kind of, wherever you place it, it just sits, so I'm having to drag that down. Not really an issue, but like, it's not as simple as the craft makes it seem. Okay, I've just covered the entire bottom, and now I'm gonna go around and do the like platform part. This is the difficult bit because, as I showed you guys, in the video it drips down, but it doesn't here. I'm having to like go around and draw my own little platform part and do it myself, which is fine, but it's just a lot messier and time consuming and doesn't look anywhere near as good as the video did. And once that dries, this is what we are left with. So this is the stopper. Doesn't look anywhere near as cute and like nice as theirs did. All right, so let's take these heels outside onto the grass and see how they go. I don't have very high hopes, but you know, we will see what happens. That was clearly a bust and did not work. This is the result of the heel. It literally just poked straight through the hot glue, and as I predicted, the hot glue wasn't strong enough to hold my body weight and the pressure of the stiletto. Hopefully you guys could see how it was just sinking straight in, because filming that was honestly one of the most awkward and embarrassing situations of my life. I forgot that we don't have any grass in our backyard at my place, so I had to go out into the front lawn, and people were walking past, which I don't know why. People never walk past my house except for today of all days, and they were straight up like staring at me. They weren't even trying to hide it. Just straight up, down, and I was like, okay. I mean, I understand I probably looked like a freak just walking back and forth in front of a camera, but like, they could have tried to hide it. just a little that they were staring. So yes, that hack most definitely didn't work, which is really annoying because I thought it was gonna be great, change lives, but no, it doesn't work. And those were the 4 clickbait Instagram DIYs/clothing hacks. And it appears to be a bit of a hit or miss. I am so happy with how that pants that turned into a dress turned out, but like those last heels, they were a mess. So I guess it's just a bit of a hit or miss, but it's definitely a lot better than the Facebook ones. In my Facebook video, I don't think any of them worked successfully, whereas at least we had a few good ones here today. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because I upload new videos every single week. And if you want to see more of my face, be sure to follow me on Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. My links are down below and on the screen right now. And that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did making it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!